Hello everyone, a few of you wanted to know how I animate my E's, so today I'm going to show you how I do it. So we're going to want to start with the name. You can put whatever you want for the name. I just put testing and some random letters. Next you're going to want to choose your frames per second, or in other terms, FPS. I chose 16, but you can choose anything above, and I think under will seem a bit too slow in my opinion. Next up, you're going to want to choose the background. If you're making it a GIF, it doesn't really matter. I suggest using gray anyway, so that way you can see both lighter colors and darker colors. BTW, I'm making an object show FNF idle. If you want one where I do a more humanoid version, go to my community tab and vote on a poll that I'm going to make. Anyway, grab your body asset. Then shrink or grow at the size you want to animate. Add layers. If you didn't pay for extra layers, I'll try my best to only use 3. Just to people who didn't pay would be able to do this as well. I already did this, but the next step is to choose your brush size. Next, in stuff that you would add to the 3rd layer, I put the face and one arm. If there's something you want to move with the body without it changing except for the direction or the position, etc., you can draw it on that same layer. Next, I made another layer on the bottom so that way I could add the legs. I'm going to do what I said earlier and add something that I want to move in the same direction and position as the body. I did this on a separate layer. But I'm going to make it so that way I fuse the 2 layers together to make it one layer. Unfortunately, people who didn't pay for it won't be able to do this, so I apologize. Adding the arm that I forgot to add last time, I apologize again. Now we're going to actually start animating. If you want things to be easier, hold the plus button. There will be 3 options. Choose the one where it says duplicate last frame. Now if you add a new frame, it will be the exact same as the last one you made. Next step is a little bit complicated, so stay with me. You have to move your assets and your body parts to the way you want your idol to move. Oh, and you see that little circle in the middle of the dashed box. Here you're going to want to move that, so that way if you rotate it, you won't have to move the body too much. Next is the legs. This will be a little difficult to explain, but I'll try. You're going to want to move the dog to the bottom of the legs and put it to the other side of where the body is moving, rather than going to want to move the top and to the side, which will be the side of where your character is going. Also, I forgot to mention it. You're going to want to move your character's limbs and body really far from the original. Not so far where it's going across the screen, and not far enough to look like they broke their neck, but enough to notice the difference. Anyways, now you're going to add another frame and do the same thing again. Move the character's limbs to a certain side where you want it to go, etc. But this time, you're going to make it barely noticeable. And you're going to make it go to the opposite side. Do the same for the limbs, face. Now for the legs. You're going to want to do the same thing you did last time with the legs. But this time, instead of squashing downwards and to the side you want it to go, you're going to make it go upwards. Remove the same and squish the side to the opposite like you did with the limbs. All right. Now you're going to copy the first frame and paste it to make it be the last. You edit that last frame. And now you do the same thing you did with the second frame. This time you make it barely noticeable. You make it go the same way and everything, including the legs. Now you copy the first frame multiple times in front of that first frame until it makes a small delay. You can put as many as you need to make it look right. I usually only copy it 2 times, so that way there are 3 beginning frames. And there you go, now you can enjoy your finished product.